Apply the lessons from the gym. You know from what you're doing for your health and fitness that if you make authentic efforts, you don't have to fake anything. Smart people, sharp people, people who are on their game, you can't fool them. Today, I'm going to look you in the eye and talk to you about authenticity. Now, there's something called faking it until you make it. And the question today is, can you really fake it until you make it? And I want you to stick around and hear me out because I have some ideas about this idea of faking until you make it. So before we get into that, let me reintroduce myself. I am Mark Johnson, the founder of Bounce Back, bringing you ideas for a fit and flourishing future. Of course, I am the youngest son of Bill Johnson as well, and I really, truly want you to leave comments. I enjoy receiving your feedback, and more likely than not, I will respond. So, with all that said, let me just say first, I do have a bit of a cold in my throat today, so my throat is not feeling very well. I'm going to try to keep this short because my throat is actually hurting a bit. So this won't take too long. But back to the question, can you really fake it until you make it? Well, the first thing that I always tell you is that everything that you do inside of the gym is practice and preparation for life outside of it. Okay? So what this means is that whenever you're doing something in the gym and you're learning little things about growth and about development, a lot of times those lessons are applicable outside of the gym in the rest of your life. And what do you know? Since you've been working out and you've been improving your fitness and your health, your energy levels, your strength, what have you learned? Well, I can guarantee you one thing that you have learned is that everything starts on the inside, right? Everything starts on the inside. I want you to think back to before you started working out on a regular basis, right? This is before you saw any changes on the outside. What did you do? Even though you didn't see any changes on the outside immediately, you kept at it. You kept eating well. You kept working out. You kept lifting those weights. You kept doing what you had to do to eventually see progress because you were anticipating progress based on the effort that you put in. And so what you were doing was you were putting in authentic effort in order to improve yourself from the inside out. Everything started on the inside first. And then eventually you stick with it. You follow through, as I say, right? Keep following through. And you begin to see the results emanate outwardly, right? Emanate outwardly. But everything is starting on the inside. Everything is authentic, right? All the effort, all the time that you put in, that's authentic. Those changes in your strength levels, in your energy levels, in your mood, all of that stuff that's authentic. That's real, right? You don't necessarily, it's not something that you can see with the naked eye necessarily, but it's real and it's authentic and it's happening. And so what this means is that you don't have to fake it. You don't have to pretend that you have a lot of energy because you actually do have a lot of energy. You've been doing that, you've been eating well, and you've been working out, keeping yourself in great shape, building up that healthy mitochondria, right? That healthy these are the power plants of the cells in your body. You've been building up that mitochondria to give you that abundant energy. And that's all authentic, right? It's all nothing is being faked here. And the same thing with your strength. You're not faking anything. You actually have become stronger because you've been working at it. And maybe you've done some studying. You've been educating yourself, getting more knowledgeable, and then applying what you have learned inside the gym and at the dinner table, at the breakfast table, when you're eating it, you're applying all of that knowledge so that you actually enjoy the fruits of all of the studying and all the application and all of the efforts that you've been making. So the results that you have enjoyed, they're authentic. You don't have to fake anything. If you physically look better, which is obviously going to be a byproduct of all the efforts that you put in, well, that's authentic. I mean, you notice, right? If you, some of you look really, really good. Okay. Some of you are still on your way to looking better wherever you're at. What I want you to know is this. Look, it's a great feeling when you step out of that shower and you're butt naked and you look in the mirror and you like what you see, right? And that's what that kind of authentic effort at your health and fitness can do for you. And that holds a lesson for the rest of your life. So I want to get back to this idea of faking it until you make it, and whether or not that's really a good blueprint for your life. Now, the short answer is I don't believe it is. I think that the wisest thing for you to do is to apply the lessons from the gym. Apply the lessons from the gym. You know from what you're doing for your health and fitness that if you make authentic efforts, you don't have to fake anything. And what this means for the rest of your life is that, look, be good at something. Be actually good at something so that you don't have to fake it. One of the things that I think is the problem with fake it until you make it is simply that smart people, sharp people, people who are on their game, you can't fool them. You might be able to fool them for a second, but people who are really serious, they will not be fooled for very long. You can't fake it until you make it with serious people. They're going to know whether or not you know what you're doing, whether or not you know what you're talking about, whether or not you're knowledgeable and competent. Because all they have to do is ask a few of the right questions. And they're going to be able to gauge whether or not you have any ability to answer, any ability to respond to their concerns or address their concerns or any kind of contingency that may come up. You see, you won't be able to fool serious people for very long. And so this is why fake it until you make it. It's a cute buzz phrase. I get it. But it's not really a blueprint for your life. Remember everything that you do in the gym. Remember how you accomplished the results that you got from all of your efforts. It wasn't faking it until you make it. When you're lifting those heavy dumbbells, you're not faking anything. That's like authentic effort. There was no faking anything. And you got the results because of the authentic effort. Everything was built from the inside out. Okay. So this is my perspective on faking it until you make it. And I just want to impress upon you the importance of authenticity, making sure that you, for instance, increase your base of knowledge. And then when you gain new knowledge, apply that knowledge so that you become better and better. You become really good, maybe even great at something. You can't fool serious people, okay? They will know if you're really any good. They will know if you really know what you're talking about. They will know if you can really help them accomplish something, right? They will know if they can really depend on you. It won't take them long to figure it out, okay? So don't try to fake it until you make it. I know it sounds cute, but that's not really a way to live, all right? You're not going to fool people for long. You're certainly not fooling yourself because you know you're faking it, okay? So you're not fooling yourself. Strive for authenticity, all right? Learn something, apply, get better, become excellent. Be someone who can be relied upon. Be someone who understands what they're actually talking about. Everybody wants to use AI for everything now, for instance. AI this, AI that. Well, I got news for you. AI can't actually make you smarter. It can't actually make you more competent. Okay? So you have to make authentic efforts to improve your knowledge and improve your competence, your abilities. Everything has to be authentic. Just like what you do for your health and fitness. All right. So I want you to take that with you. All right. Take that with you. And I'm going to talk to you next time.